Okay. So, horror movie. Dude, I was a freshman when I wrote this. Right now I'm a college freshman. Now I'm a junior. Amazing. This one made me laugh, so I decided to put it up. I only have 2 chapters. I started the 3rd chapter, but I don't know what happened to it. I still don't. I might just wing it and do it with what I have from memory. I know I didn't finish it because the ending I was working to was crap. No, seriously, it was. And just about everyone dies for some reason. I know I Yusuke was supposed to be a cat. And whatever, here you go. How inspired anyone? July? June? Whatever. This contains OC, stupidity, pairings, Yusuke, Keiko, Kuwabara, Yukina, Hiei, Mukuro, and Kurama himself. He doesn't have anyone. That's just sounds unfortunate. But of course, if I meant that, then I would have said Kurama his right hand. Chapter 1, the beginning. OMG, so scary. Kurama and Kuwabara sat at the table playing a suspenseful game of Mao when Yusuke ran into the room, half breaking the door. Guys, we gotta go to the movies, Yusuke said, slapping them both on the back. Oh, Yusuke, what? The two both looked up at him and went back to playing, both feeling the urge to say something come over them. Oh, but when you have 3 cards left on both sides, it's not worth getting a penalty. Dude, what the hell? Why aren't you talking? Are you saying that's a dumb idea? Because then you're dumb. Okay, say something. The two both said 1 card left at the same time. Are you guys on a cult or something? No, we're playing mouse, stupid, Kuwabara replied. He kicked the table because he realized he got a penalty. The game ended with Kurama's turn. Darn it, you made me lose, Urameshi. I don't see why you can't just go alone. But it would be boring if it were just me and Keiko. You could always triple date. There was a long silence. Gee, Urameshi, you're really gonna share Keiko like that? Is she okay with this? Dumbass, haven't you ever heard of... You bring Yukina, Kurama bring... Kurama, who are you gonna bring? Yusuke turned to Kurama. Well, I don't have a girlfriend or anything, so... Kurama answered simply. He shrugged. What? But you're always surrounded by girls. Worse than a guy in a harem anime. Well, that may be true, but I just don't want a girlfriend. Maybe later I would. So I guess you could just go on without me and tell me what it was like. But it's The Grudge too! I watched that 3 times already and it's just the same thing as the first one. Now, why Kron decided to watch a movie he didn't really like 3 times is a mystery. What are you damn people? Okay, how about Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning? See, it's so scary that all the letters are capitalized in the title. Kron said he couldn't win this one. Okay, I guess I'll go. Come to think of it, why aren't American movies being played in Japan in the first place? Hell yeah, this movie's gonna kick ass. Oh, I just got another idea. Invite Hiei so I can all watch this shit together. That bum needs to come over more often. Yusuke shoved Kurama out the door. Call him. And Kurama was sad because he was kicked out of his own house. Kurama was able to come back in 20 minutes later. He waved into his room, looked out an address book which is buried somewhere in his anti-fangirl pepper spray and garlic, also to ward off yaoi fangirls. He flipped through it, only to realize he didn't write down any names, just the numbers and addresses. He dialed the first number he saw. Is this Hiei? Kurama asked. Why are you asking me if I'm 18? No, I'm 19 actually. You want me to do what? I'm wearing a shirt and some jeans, I guess. You want to You, you know I'm going to... I'm going to hang up. And so he did. Shuichi! His mother called from the hall. Shuichi, who are you talking to? It was just Grandma, Mom, Kurama replied. He shook his head and tried another number. Hiei heard the sound of a phone ringing and wandered the halls to find the source of it. He came across one in the hall, one which was placed under the disturbing mouth on the wall. Of course, Hiei being Hiei found that perfectly normal. Hiei picked up one of the suddenly existing phone and answered it. Immediately, Kurama said, Hiei, man, I'm glad you picked up. I went through six lines. 6, it was awful. He didn't actually know how you could combine the two. Either way, he really didn't give a crap. What do you want? Yusuke wanted me to invite you to go to the movies with us. He wants us to triple date. And I actually be considered a quadruple date at this point, though. I really don't play for that team, Kurama, you bastard. We both know that. No, he means he's bringing Keiko. I don't even like her. I really need to let people finish. Kuwabara would take Yukina. That was like poison to Hiei's ears, considering that he was basically the weird brother people in sitcoms say is a turn-off. I would go by myself and he would take Mukuro. Okay, that's even more poison there. But at least it's not as bad as Kuwabara and Yukina. Made Hiei facepalm. Ugh. Except for Kuwabara and Yukina or Mukuro on you. Both, actually. Why? It's not like Kuwabara would actually, force her to do anything she doesn't want to. Yukina's old enough to take care of herself, and she knows her own boundaries, so if for some reason Kuwabara does something, and you and I both know he wouldn't do anything to her, just admit it, Hiei. Then she can take care of herself without you having to jump in. Now, about you and... Can't I just go alone if I have to come? Well, it's not like you're obligated to do anything to each other. Really hope not. Really missing the point there. If you go alone, then the people might think we're dating each other, and you're just using Mukuro as a cover-up, or Mukuro dumped you and you got desperate. Oh, Kurama, that won't work. They won't think we're gay because they'll be too busy thinking you're a girl. Say that again and I'll rip your trachea from your eye sockets. Because that makes perfect sense. He, also being Hiei, has gotten many death threats, so this particular failure in biology did not faze him. What if she doesn't want to go? Did you think about that? What if she does? She's never been to the human world as far as we know, so she might enjoy it. Sure, in the same way a person going to a farm when they pick out their kill, Hiei thought. He really hoped Kurama thought about that. You never know. Did you ever ask her if she would ever want to see us? She's pretty much one of the group now. He did a bad impersonation of Mukuro. He lowered its voice and added an obviously fake British accent. I know she doesn't want to go with her because I am her now. Hiei, I know it's you. You answered to Hiei. You answered to each other's names now. Cute. That doesn't change the fact that you're here. No, I'm... Makuro's more soft-spoken, Hiei, and last time I checked she wasn't British. Her voice is louder, has a rasp to it, and it's kind of noisily. She's also got some roughness to her voice too, don't forget that. Somehow it surprised Hiei that his plan failed. Well, maybe I don't want her to come. What if she finds out you left without her and feels left out? You know what that means, Hiei? You'll start thinking you don't like her as much as you used to, and that you're seeing other women. We all know what happens after that. Can you say slippery slope? Doubt she'll find out. She's always asleep during the day. I can leave any time I want. You know that? It's at night, actually. And she sleeps all day. What does she do at night? I really don't care. And I'm not talking to her, so shut... Why not? Are you fighting? No. He forgot that he could put the phone down and could have ended this a long time ago. Hiei, you're not going to get anywhere unless you tell me. Fine, I can't ask her. Why not? I can't. Hiei, you mean to tell me that you can confess your love to her without a problem, but you can't ask her out? It's really kind of backwards. Asking her out should be a piece of cake. Which is a lie. Well, it isn't, so quit asking. I'm going to hang up. Why not? Because I've never been on a date in my life, I never will, and I won't ask Mukuro even if my life depended on it. He slammed the receiver down, and he unplugged the phone just for good measure. He turned around to see Mukuro standing there. Holy! How long have you been standing there? I was looking for the source of the ringing. It woke me up, Mukuro replied. Mukuro was doing the moonwalk in the afterlife. Oddly enough, somewhere in the great city of Gandara, Kiyomi was also doing the moonwalk. But that also happens to be besides the point. Yusuke, Keiko, Kuwabara, Yukina, and Kurama were all standing in line. A line that wasn't moving, and a line that was only composed of those 5 people. Oh, okay. As Kuwabara went back and forth as to whether Yukina would really want to see the movie, because unbeknownst to him, Yukina was a real horror movie fan. Yusuke asked Kurama, So, did Hiei and Mukuro show up? I did call Hiei, but I don't think he's coming, Kurama said with a shrug. But if she was going to come, I don't think you'll see Mukuro. He made it pretty clear that he was afraid to ask her. So he can confess his love for her easily, but not ask her out? It's really backwards. What, did they do the deed and decide they would date after that was over too? I guess? Someone tapped Yusuke on the shoulder, and he turned around to see Hiei and Mukuro. His eyes widened, trying to figure out if his eyes were deceiving him. Oh, okay, so you guys decided to show. I heard about the phone call. I've never been to a human world. I just want to know what it was like, Mukuro replied. Considered that he was kind enough to tell me about this himself. I really hate you. Sure you do. Kuwabara stopped his attempts to persuade Yukina long enough to notice Mukuro. Who are you? Are you Hiei's girlfriend? She glanced at Hiei. If I must. Kuwabara didn't say it, but he was glad Mukuro wasn't a guy. He still had trouble believing that Mukuro was a girl, apparently. He also never played any of the Metroid games. She probably saw right through that, but she didn't say anything. You should let you get out more. Not forced to stay home. More awkward silence. Can we just go in now? So, they were halfway through the movie. Kuwabara leaned over to Yusuke and asked, Hey, Urameshi, why do they keep making these kinds of movies? I mean, a guy coming at you with a chainsaw? I don't want to know why he started or why. I'd keep running. How do we all know if this is true? If the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a true story? Did they go and ask the family of the victims? Either way, it won't work. Urameshi? Shut up and watch a movie. Kuwabara Yusuke growled as he checked his watch, only to realize he didn't even have a watch. Mukuro actually agreed with Yusuke. The movie was quite boring. Obviously, face ripping was much different and more exciting in real life. And she should know. She's done it before. She glanced at Hiei and cocked a brow. Are you getting scared? No, I'm not. Shut up. Watch the movie. Okay, you're shaking. From anticipation. Want a hug to make you feel better? He stood. No. He noticed he was gaining scares from the other 5 in the theater and he sat down. Damn it, don't look at me. The other 5 looked away, shrugging. Hate you all. Yusuke finally cracked. Man, this movie sucks. He jumped to his feet, almost knocking the popcorn over. I'm getting my money back. I think it's a good movie, Yukina replied, not taking her eyes off the screen. But that's obviously a computer-generated effect. There's no blood and flesh flying around when you cut a person's face off. Mukuro said as though it was a perfectly normal statement to make. Yeah, what she just said. I'm going to get my money back. They followed him and watched as he kicked the door to the manager's office. Hey, open up, bitch! Yusuke, I don't think he's in. I think we should just at least watch until it's over. Keiko said so she can avoid having to argue with management. Watch me, Keiko. I'm getting this D-bag to open up. The door opened. Out walked a zombie in a red shirt. He screamed and pulled out a Winchester rifle, blowing its head off. Just when everyone stared at him, he said, "You don't want to get zombie syphilis, do you?" Yeah, that's a lie created by the liberal media. Mukuro replied. You're a communist, Mukuro. What the hell gives you the right to criticize liberals, you damn dirty commie? It was created by Yomi. I do have a right, actually. You're from Ryzen's territory, so if anything, I should be making her happy as stay outside. Guys? Yukina interrupted the political Fox News-worthy debate to point out the zombies walking into the building. It's all Hiei's fault for killing the zombie director, Yusuke said. My fault? Do you want zombie syphilis? I think you should worry more about zombie herpes. Zombie syphilis makes you fall apart and go insane. That's what zombies already do, Hiei, Mukuro said, rolling her eyes. Zombies started to attack everyone but Kuwabara. Kuwabara immediately lied. Why are none going after me? You want them to? Mukuro asked. No. Then consider yourself lucky. What's that supposed to mean? Let's get out of here. We can't fight them. Yeah, you can. Yusuke screamed, and they all ran into the nearest room. The one showing the Care Bears movie. The zombies were enjoying it. The zombies noticed their presence and started to go after them. Quick! There's a fire exit, Kurama said, and they all followed him out. They looked around. There's a car. He ran over, picked the lock, and took the driver's seat. Hold on, do you know how to drive this thing? Kuwabara asked as he put on his seatbelt. Yeah, are you stupid? And you can see the road? Your mom can see the road fine. Don't talk about my mama, punk! And Kuwabara cried over a picture of his mom. Anyway, he looked down. Was it the left one? That was the brake or the right one? The right is gas. Hey, I don't think you should drive. We all value our lives, you know. Mukuro said. Your mom doesn't think you should drive. If only I knew. No, she doesn't. Okay, shut up. He started to drive away. Hey, where exactly did you learn to drive? I swear to God, if you say your mom again, This kid was interrupted by Yukina's screaming. Mr. Hiei, I think you ran someone over. Yukina whimpered. Probably a zombie. They're already dead anyway. You shouldn't make contact with the outside of the car, though. Unless, you hit another! Is it possible you don't hit them? They make a gross sound when you do, Keiko added. You just passed a red, Mukuro pointed out. He slammed on the brakes, causing her to hit her head on the dashboard. Are you happy now, you commie? I'm too unconscious to respond. I also taste blue. Just drive! They're surrounding us! Kurama screamed, despite everyone being less than a foot apart. Where are we going anyway? Doesn't matter. We just need to go. Little do they know what dangers await. To be continued. Any last words, kitty? Okay.